Have you ever wondered how much tax you need to pay when selling your property? Well, let's talk about capital gains tax. In the Philippines, if you sell a capital asset like a land or a house that's not used for business, you are looking at a 6% capital gains tax. And the tax is based on the higher of the selling price or the fair value of the property. Fair value, in turn, is based on the higher between the zonal value set by the BIR and the fair market value set by the local assessor's office. So let us say you sell your property for 2 million pesos, but the zonal value is 2,200,000 pesos, and the fair market value is 2,100,000 pesos. The basis for capital gains tax would be 2,200,000 pesos, the highest value. And 6% of that is 132,000 pesos, and that is your capital gains tax. Even if you sell at a loss, you will still pay based on the higher value. That's how it works. And whether it's a voluntary sale or not, like expropriation, foreclosure, or even by court order, capital gains tax still applies. But who pays the tax? Technically, it's the seller who files and pays the capital gains tax to the BIR. But don't get too comfortable, it's your responsibility as the buyer to make sure it is paid. Aside from capital gains tax, there's also documentary stamp tax or DST. It is 1.5% of the selling price or fair value, whichever is higher. This is usually paid by the buyer, but it's always better to clarify it in your agreement. Now, if you're thinking, is there a way to avoid paying this tax? Well, actually, yes. If you don't want to pay capital gains tax, you can be exempted, but only if your situation falls under one of these. And please pause the video to read each one. So, yep, exemptions do exist, but follow the rules or else no exemption. Also, don't forget, capital gains tax must be filed and paid within 30 days from the date of sale. However, if you are selling in installments and if the first payment is 25% or less of the price, you can also pay the tax in installments. Otherwise, it's full payment. So, make sure to pay because the Register of Deeds won't let you transfer the title unless the BIR issues a certificate authorizing registration or CAR. So, there you go. Understand your taxes, avoid surprises, and when in doubt, ask a tax professional or check the BIR website.